me ask you a simple riddle. What walks with 4 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? Any guesses? Well, the answer is man. Let me elaborate. When a man is born, he's but a baby who crawls on all 4 limbs. As he grows into the afternoon, he is a man who walks on his 2 feet. As he ages into the night, he cannot walk without a stick, as a walking stick, which acts as a 3rd limb. This is how the day goes for all men and women. A very good evening to my fellow Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster Rohit, and I'm going to be talking to you about this transition of life, coupled with a simple yet meaningful question, which is, what do we all want in our life? Now, as I mentioned earlier, a man's life starts in the morning, let's say 12 a.m. At this hour, the only thing he wants is to be loved, fed, and taken care of. From 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., he really wants his mom, because everything about her is just mesmerizing. We've all been there. We know how it feels like, right? At 3 a.m., you ask the little toddler what he or she wants, and they'll get a swift answer of their favorite cartoon character. Mine was Goku, and I'm sure most of the guys here will agree with me on this one. I remember one time, I was walking with my mom. It was night, and I looked up at the moon. Coincidentally, it was a full moon. And instinctively, at the drop of a hat, I just went, Kamehameha! And I said, that innocent childlike hope I had to blow up the moon was cute. But at that point, all I was looking for was a little spark, a little flare, something at least. It was worth a shot. Just imagine if I did it, how cool would that be? Now, at 4 a.m., ask the little kid what he or she wants, and you'll hear them describe the coolest toy in the market. Something most parents don't want to hear, as it's usually the most expensive thing. By morning, early morning, that sweet little 16 rebel wants only to grow up, to be 18, an adult, so they can do certain things. Hey, I meant right. And finally, when they get to that point where they can do those certain things, at around 8 a.m., they just want to freak out, break free from their parental control, and experience life a little different. They want to be fashionable with the latest brands, be cool with the latest gadgets and whatnot. Then, at 9 a.m., there's only one thing on his or her mind. That is, wanting a member of the opposite gender. Or nowadays, even the same gender. Whatever feels deeper. And most of us are in this timeline, or as I like to call it, search mode. Because not only that, in addition to that, all of us are searching for that true calling, that right choice, so that our upcoming hours will be happy hours. And we all love happy hours, don't we? Now, at around 11 a.m., all the playfulness is over. It's time to get down to business. Because the only one thing he or she wants is that one job. The first job usually. And they try so much, or sometimes don't try at all. It all depends on how much they want it. Some of us will be seeing this soon, some of us have already seen it. It's right around the corner, don't worry. Next up is the dawn of the afternoon hours. At that time, the only thing we want is that one promotion, that one transfer to another country, that one party where we can talk to the pretty or handsome colleagues, wanting that hot or hunky newbie in our team, and for some of us, wanting to find Mr. or Miss Right. As the next hour begins, we want that beautiful wedding, that spectacular honeymoon, want to try out different places with our newfound Jodi, want to try crazy things, new things, a little 50 shades of grey, if you ask me, whatever pleases people these days. And some of us at this time want to have kids. Most of us don't, it just happens. Like pop goes the weasel, what do you know, you're a parent. And so the next couple of hours all become about wanting to take care of this little weasel that popped out into your lives. Wanting to spend time with them when you go home. Wanting to put new clothes on them and take snaps so you can put in the album. And another thing what we want during this time is that our better halves are a little better. And so we start to wonder whether we made a mistake at around 1 p.m. when we thought that this person was Mr. or Miss Right. And some of us spend our time wanting to take that hour back. Then at 5 p.m., we start to want to slow things down. We want to finish off those leftover hours so that we can retire and relax at home. We want to spend time with our kids. And at this point, it's literally pointless to go back in search mode. So we accept our better halves as at least half. And then, just as the dawn of the night starts, when the sun sets and the moon creeps, we start to wonder how our lives will steep. After the sun sets, we begin to wonder and want to finish off all our leftover desires. And ergo, the bucket list is created. We save up all the money that we've spent over the years and want to plan that one big holiday that we always wanted to do but never got time. Or some of us want to go and heal with our children in another country. And at that time, we start to wonder, what's next? And some of us, at this point, we just keep on looking to what's next. By evening, as the sun is slowly night approaches, our hours are spent wondering and wanting to relive those days, those memories of what we experienced in our lives. We remember all the people, all the places that we visited. We want to share all our happy and not so happy moments with anyone and everyone who could lend a ear. We want to see our grandkids, want to play with them, tell them stories of yesteryears, and tell them how their parents were as kids. We want to see and meet the people of our lives who we once experienced and had those times. And then, just at 10 p.m., we want to hold on a little longer for our aging partners, be with them. All the fights we had over the years have gone away from our minds, and an unconditional love creeps between the two of us. We want to hold on. We want to hold on a little longer so that we can experience a few instances in life, like our grandchildren's marriages. Then, just before the new day dawns upon us, we want to be around people of our lives. We want to be around them just before it's time to say goodbye. We want to hold on. We want to be loved, be taken care of, and to live without any regrets. And then, at this time, our whole lives flash before us. And then we see all the memories, all the people, all our wants and desires just come back to us at the end of the day. And as our days nearly end, we want but only one thing, which is to rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing now is all but not one day of life. Everyone around us is living this one day at different hours. We saw how our wants changed at different hours of the day. We saw how our wants went one full circle before it ended, just as a clock comes back to where it began before a new day comes. Most of us will be living this life. All of us want to be in this life. But some people want to clock out sooner. That's because they didn't get what they wanted, or they didn't feel they got what they wanted. Which brings me to the most important question of today's session. What do you want? Thank you all for your time. Over to you.